Hi and welcome. So we are back and I'm going to be showing you everything that I have done between today, I guess, and the last video, and all my updates on where everything is at currently with the grocery store employees set that I have been working on and started in the last video. So we are starting on the main menu, as you can see, and that is because today, the day I'm recording this, is actually the day that we got the main menu update. But as you can see, I have created all 8 of the Sims that are going to be the NPCs for this pack. I'm going to limit it to 8. I don't want to set anything for the future, but I'm going to limit it to 8. And I have finished. Well, there's a couple things to update y'all on, because if you don't know, at this point I spiral. Like the manic obsession that overcomes me is something serious. But right now let me get everyone to move over. Can y'all go over there, please? So basically my ideas for the cashiers were just to be a space where you could get... Ooh, wait. Okay, my game has been the tea with my, like, having these 8 Sims just placed in a household and just letting them do whatever. The tea that's been going on. This is why I love Love Struck. I know people feel different ways about it, but I love Love Struck personally. The way they interact with each other, it makes you want to create a whole save file on my game for them and like play out the tea that's going down between the employees in the grocery store. Oh my gosh. Oh, bro, read the room, Carter. I love you, but read the room. My Sims are fighting for beds like this is freaking Hunger Games. What? Stephen and a strip. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Anyway, so if you click on it and then I need to hurry in this video so I can go be messy with my Sims. When did this happen? When did y'all start getting down like this? Here I was thinking freaking Bailey was trying to make a move on our short king. Meanwhile, these two out here making moves. Oh, okay. Now that was just unnecessary. That was unnecessary. You didn't need to do all that. You don't need to be like that. I'm nervous now. What y'all about to do? Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the... I know exactly who that was too. We're gonna start off with the cashiers. So my ideas for the cashiers would just be to just be a general space where you can buy stuff. So where things fall through with the butchers, the bakers, and the florists, everything else is supposed to go to the cashiers essentially. So each of them have their own custom animations that they work through, and all of them go through the like cash register. Girl, she loves this mischief skill. And all of them are meant to be compatible with a cash register. So they all have they all go through the cash register interaction thingy animation at least once. But as you can see, when you hover over all of them, it says their position, what they do, and then it also says the name of the NPC as well. So this is Rosa, this is Steven, and then this is Greta, I believe. Yeah, this is Greta. So if you click on the cashiers, all of them have a grocery store, and then it has the shop for ingredients and then grocery sets. And I'll come over here and interact with them and show you exactly what they do. First, I'll show you this here. So this is basically just general stuff, right? It's just your fish, your fruit, your ingredients, and your vegetables. So although you can get like the vegetables and stuff or the fish from the butchers, I put this here just in case like I don't know, maybe you didn't want to do all that, or you didn't want to have them, or you have these people like in the back or somewhere, you could still be able to purchase general items from the cashiers. The only thing is the ones from the cashiers are going to be limited. So you can see it's not going to let you buy more than two. And then also, one thing is with some of like the consumables like milk and honey, is that when you buy them, I noticed for some reason it like comes out empty. So even though like when she bought it, it said a price, even though in the inventory it's still empty. So you have to shift click and press refill, but and then it's fine, it works like normal. I think I'm gonna leave it in, but that does kind of bother me because I couldn't figure out why that was doing that. So I've moved Steven over here behind the counter to show that these also still work. Oh, I didn't mean to press that one. These also still work when your sim is... When did you, who made waffles? Whatever. This still also works when your sim is behind the counter, so it is accessible. And then you'll see here when you select shop for grocery sets, you get this purchase menu here. And then let me turn my reshade real quick. And it says, purchase any of our grocery sets catered to your taste. So you'll see here you have the meat lovers groceries, and I'm not gonna read that. And then you have the vegetarian essentials groceries, and these are basically preset groceries. And then if you buy them, they'll put these two items in your inventory, and they're also put out here, but let me put my reshade back on. If I set them down here, these are what you're gonna get in your Sims inventories. Make sure they're facing forward. So I made these based on the grocery bags that we get from, I was trying to see if I had any of them out, but I don't right now. Oh, I do. Based on these grocery bags that came with Cottage Living, I edited the mesh in Blender and made these ones, and I'm so proud of them. I think they look so cute, and the little what's it, crawdad sticking out. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, if you click on them, you'll see the open, and you'll see an array of different items here. Oops, it's not letting, okay, whatever. You'll see an array of different items put inside the bag. Now, these are very specific items that come inside the meat lovers grocery bag. As I put them all in there, I hand put them all in there, and they're all based off of, she doesn't have a high enough skill, but they're all based off of the recipes in the meat section. So I leveled up my sim cooking skill to level 10, just the regular homestyle cooking level 10, and then I looked at all of the ingredients needed for these meat recipes, and then I added all of those into the meat lovers bag, so to make it actually make sense for what your sims can cook. I will say that I do have a lot of packs, so a lot of recipes, I don't know if you don't have them, they supplement them with a base game item or how that works. I didn't give my sim all of the recipes, I just cheated them level 10, and these are all of the ones you need. So if you're looking at here like, why is there a jewel beetle in here? This is because one of the recipes required an insect, and this was the least crazy insect I could put in here. Like the rest, I don't even know where it is. Oh, I see it. Like, I wasn't gonna give your sim, like all the other options were like butterflies or fireflies. I'm like, I can't have your sim, like I'm not gonna give you a firefly to cook. Like, no, I can't do that. I don't have it in me. Or a frog. There's one recipe that requires, I think it's like frog legs or something, so I threw the frog in there. The one thing is, I couldn't figure out how to put more or multiple of the same item in the bag. Like, I didn't know how to make this be 2 tomatoes, or make this is wrapped meat, white wrapped meat, or have it be like 10 wrapped meat or 5 wrapped meat. I didn't know how to do that, and I couldn't figure it out. So then what I decided to do is instead have an option here where you could select purchase more meat lovers, and then here you have all of the same things that are in the bag, and then you can just purchase them from the grocery bag if you would like more of those. the same thing is going to work for the vegetarian essentials groceries. I did the same thing of looking at the vegetarian section in the cooking menu on the fridge, and then I put things in here accordingly. So you're going to see all of the things that come, all the things that were showing up as ingredients for the vegetarian section. However, here you still see the bottle of milk, the mighty plant milk, and the strawberry milk. And then also the same goes for the meat substitute and the honey. For some reason they all default empty when I put them in as an option in the bag. And then at first I was thinking it was because maybe I put them as an option, but then even when I have the option to go in and buy them, it's empty. Oopsies. I stacked it in here somewhere. It's empty. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know how to fix it, but if you just shift click and then press refill, it'll be fine. But also, as you can see, these objects do work even though they're behind the counter. Your Sims should have no problem being able to route to them and interact with them for any of these interactions. And this is not from me placing it or alt placing it or even using tool to place it. This is all just it snapping to the grid here, and then I just snap this one in front of it to the grid and it works fine. And then over here we have the two butchers, and then this one's named Carter, and then this other one, her name is Danielle. I need to make a note to go back in and make sure her name is hovering. I've used all of my sticky notes I've had during the process of this. So now I've resorted to using the back side of the sticky notes, which are the sticky side. Here you'll find my most favorite sim in the world, and I'm so glad his NPC does him justice. Okay, this sim is named Carter, and it has been so long since I've had a little crush on one of my... Jesus, why am I eating Tetris do this? I'm trying to gush. It has been so long since I've had a little crush on one of my Sims, but this man, Jesus, and like, oh my gosh, the sim he's based on is sleeping right here, but that's okay. We can look at him while he's sleeping. That's okay. I'm not against it. But look at him. I don't know. Listen, I'm not one for older men typically. I'm not one for men with all of this facial hair. Not one for men with long hair, with blonde hair. But this one? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna control myself. Okay, we are back. Pardon the intrusion, but just a little update. My baby Carter is now awake from his nap on the couch. Okay, he's getting ready to go make some waffles. Okay, but we are just about wrapped up on the cashiers for now. We'll visit them again later to go over their color swatches and stuff. So with the butchers, we have three options. We have the buy today's catch, buy fish groceries, and then buy meat groceries. And I'm aware the fish groceries, meat groceries, redundant, but I think I like the way it sounds because I want to remind you these are groceries. But anyway, here, if you go to buy today's catch, okay, this is another thing. They're going to prefer to go around to the back, but they can reach the front as well. Look for everyone. Get your booty back over here. Buy today's catch. You look like you don't work. And then here you're just gonna have some daily catch options of stuff that you can buy, but you can also do the buy fish groceries. In the fish groceries, Well, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like the buy today's catch and buy fish groceries are a bit redundant, but what I'm hoping happens is that the buy today's catch, the daily catch thing, because I chose an interaction that actually says daily catch, that it'll change every day. I haven't actually tried it in game, but I hope it will. But for the buy fish groceries, you have different options of fish, and then again, you have the fishy protein treat, which is, what is that, cottage living? And then you have some of this other stuff, which it might just mainly be base game, I don't really remember. But then, so you can buy whatever you need here, bass, koi, small perch. But then you also have the option for the butcher's grocery bag used by the butchers at the store, so you can also buy that. And then what's going to happen is in your inventory, you're going to get a bag that is a lot, let me turn around, there's a lot like the other ones I showed you, but you could press open, and then now if you want to, you could move everything into that bag and then put it into your Sims inventory, and then you'll have it like that. So because this is just going to be like a grocery bag, I have it like this, so you can just press open. Sorry, I just had an idea what I was saying that. So since this is going to be just a grocery bag, have it doesn't have the interaction to purchase other things like the meat lovers one or even the vegetarian essentials, just because they serve different purposes. In an ideal world, it would work so that when you bought something, it would automatically go in the bag and into your Sims inventory. But I don't know how to do that, and I feel like it would be possible, but I don't know how to do that. So for the meat groceries, you have the same thing. So I believe the faux jerky is eco lifestyle, and this raw fish and raw meat is werewolves. But if you just have base game, it's going to give you the different options for the different types of wrapped meat. This is going to work exactly the same, where you can buy all of them in the bag and then do the same thing of putting it in the bag and then in your Sims inventory. Okay, so I found out last exceptions were generating when the storage items were stacked, so then I had to close my game to go out and fix it now, so now they don't stack and there won't be any problems. For Danielle, I also took the time to go back and make it so her name popped up over hers like everyone else's, and Danielle is another butcher, so she'll have all the same options as Carter. So now that we've gone through all of the interactions for the NPCs in live mode, it's time to hop into build and buy to show you what has progressed there. So for this pack specifically, I've made everything start with grocery store, so if you just look up that, everything for this set will pop up. But for the worker series as a whole, it'll be tagged with the words workers NPC series, so when you type that in, you'll eventually get all of the items from every set. But just to cover this real quickly, you'll see that this NPC requires more, since she is chopping up something, right? If it's this piece is not attached to the NPC, but the knife is. So in the pack, I'm also going to be including this item here. I just took the in-game options and put them together into their own custom object, and I made it so it hovers, the name hovers over it so that you know, and then it says grocery store butcher's cutting board, and there's option with meat, and then I also included this option with fish just cause, and you can replace it and it's going to be the same thing. Also, it slots into place, so it's not too difficult to work that way as well. As far as thumbnails for build and buy goes, for each of their little pictures, I tried to make it look like the, what is it called? Like the employee ID badges, like the pictures that would be on those. So I zoomed in closer than I did for the wondering versions as well, and kind of caught them when they're making more straightforward faces at the camera, and I like the way they turned out. I know it'd probably be more accurate to do more of a white background for all of these, but I thought the white looked kind of boring. So this is what they look like now. So just going through all of the swatches. We can start off with the butchers first. Through the thumbnails, this is what each of them look like, and in person, these are the 3 swatches as well. Since they are butchers, it's not much to do with these outfits usually. For these people who work in like the like meat and fish section, I mostly see more of this type of thing going on, but I just did the other ones for some variety. The similar things are gonna work for Danielle as well, as the thumbnails are updated and she is wearing the same outfits as Carter as well. Moving on to the cashiers, I decided to go with this outfit for all of them. Part of the reason being that, I don't know, I feel like it looks really like fancy with a little tie. I don't know. It felt cashier to me. And the swatches you'll have for these ones are this one, and this one. For these swatches, since they're like in very visible parts of the store, arguably one of the most important, the cashier part, I try to focus on variety between the 3, but I don't know, we'll hop into cast soon because I'm open to adding more swatches, or maybe changing up the 3 I have now to make it more diverse. I'm still kind of on the fence about them, but I'll show them to you, the options in cast. But also, just as the other ones, the thumbnails are updated for every single outfit. This is going to be the same for Steven and Greta as well, as the thumbnails are updated for all of them, and they're all wearing the same color swatches as well. Now we could hop into where I started to get a little distracted about what was going on. Okay, so I was putting together the cutting board for the butcher's section, and then as I was looking through the debug options for that, excuse this, I still have Livelier Park and Winter Wondering in my game, but anyway, as I was putting all of that stuff together, I always get lots of ideas when I'm in the middle of one idea, but here, I started to look at the other items we have in debug, and I really just wanted them as objects. As you know, I didn't do the shadows for all of them because I was just trying to do them quickly, so you could see, I took this base mesh for it so you could see it kind of poking through. But as you know, these objects do come with base game. As I was saying, a lot of the times we can't use them because they have the clean up option, or your Sims will just like default think they're trash or they'll start to smell like something. For this reason, I wanted to make just decoration options that your Sims wouldn't view as trash and therefore try to clean up. But then I meant to focus on this objects for the butchers and not the bakers, but then the bakers ones looked cooler. So I don't know. But then it became a whole thing, and I realized it was gonna take longer than what I needed it to. So I think I'm gonna leave some of this other stuff for later, but in this pack I am going to include the both versions of the cutting board, this one and this one, and I'm also going to include this wrapped meat one. And then I've been messing with the debug meats as well, so I'm probably gonna include 1 or 2 items for that and then have them be able to slot onto both of the pans. But I don't want to get too sidetracked or too distracted, and then we'll revisit the other stuff in the future. I don't know, because I think I also kind of just want it for myself and my own gameplay, like some nice clutter that are just already in game, so it's no problem, and my Sims won't try to clean it up, it could actually be proper decoration. I don't know, but if you guys want it, let me know. I don't mind dropping it once I'm done with that as well. As I was putting stuff together for the lunch bags, for the grocery bags, I was messing with some stuff as well, and I ran into these brown paper bags from Parenthood that I always forget about, and I ended up making two swatches for them. Well, this is the default swatch, and then I remember when I used to carry my mom used to pack little brown paper bag lunches for me. She wrote my name on them. So then I got this, I made this similar font for it, and then I wanted it to look like it was, I tried to look for a handwriting type font, but this just looks like it was printed on the bag. But you get the idea. It says lunch in Simlish because I thought it'd be a cute thing to like make it look like there's different names on them as well. But let's go back into live mode. For both of these, if you're Sims, click on them. I forgot to add the object tuning. Oh my gosh. Okay. Hold this thought. We'll be right back. Okay, we are back and I have properly checked it this time. So if you click on the lunch bag, either one it works, you press grab sandwich, then we have all of the sandwich options that came with Parenthood. Well, I don't know if these are exclusively to Parenthood, but I know you could make these when you have the option to make a lunch for your children. You have these options, and it has brown paper lunch bag. I don't. This is such a nostalgic thing for me. If you click on it now, it's just gonna give you an empty plate. Like, for real. It's gonna go away. But I don't know. I think I want to mess with this more because I think that'd be fun. Oh, you know what? Instead of having it grab sandwich, I could probably mess with the lunchbox that we got in the update too, because you could grab like quick meals from that. I don't know. Let me know if you would like this to be included in the grocery pack, and I'll think about it. I don't know if I should put it on the back burner or not. So one other thing is that for both of the pans, Jesus, they're snapping to each other. For both of the pans, I have put, what is this called? I've put little slots on both of them so stuff can slide to it. So my plan is to make the debug items be able to slot the debug meat items. So I'm going to make objects in the game be able to slot onto these as well. I don't know if this is a oopsies. I don't know if these are slottable items. Okay, yeah. Or the meat can slot. So back on the Notion page, you can see that we are currently a little over halfway done. The only things we have left to do is I'm going to do 2 Sims for the bread and baking area, and then 1 Sim who's going to be like our florist of the grocery store, and then we are going to be done. So I'm thinking I'm going to do one more video going over my progress on these last 3 NPCs, and then after that, I'm thinking another mod showcase video. Okay, so as day is breaking here in Del Sol, I'm gonna wrap this up here with the camera focused on my man Carter. And as always, please let me know if you have any suggestions, ideas, or feedback on what we've covered here. Hopefully nothing that will make me like break my back trying to do. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts and if your feedback on anything I've showed thus far. As I said previously, we are now more than halfway done with the grocery pack, and I've been, oh my gosh, I thought there was a spider on me. It was lit. And I have been having such a good time putting this together. I'm actually really happy I started this project. And ooh, my man's getting ready to leave. I need to wrap this up. This has been Sharisi, and I will see you later. See? See? I knew it. I freaking knew it. It's going down in the grocery store, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. These waffles look so
Chef
good.
would sacrifice